This lesson's topic will be talking about a friend. Our grammar point today will be a little bit different. We'll just be taking a look at adjectives of emotion to describe feelings about something. So we have 4 terms that we often use to describe emotions, and they're normally used with I am or I and it is. So I am is normally about my feelings, and it is about a situation. So I'm surprised, I'm worried, I'm amazed, I can't believe. And it's good, it's weird, it's crazy, it's amazing. So our first topic, we're describing our emotional reaction to something. And we normally form these with the following: a subject, a be verb, an adjective, that, and a clause. I'm surprised that you didn't like the show. And in this case, you can often drop that. So you can also say, I'm surprised you didn't like the show. So we use I am and adjectives of emotion to describe our feelings about the that clause. And it's usually a situation. It's very useful for talking about others' actions and external things and how they affect you or how you feel about them. And in this case, you can often drop that before the clause, as we mentioned, as this is implied. Now, some common words we use when describing our emotional reactions are surprised, which is something that you did not expect to happen, worried, which is something you don't want to happen in the future, and you can also say concerned in this case. Amazed can be something that you did not think was possible, and you find it a bit interesting and something that is beyond your imagination. Now, the term I can't believe is very, very useful in everyday language, and it's a little bit different than the other ones because it's not an adjective. So we use this when something brings a strong emotion to us, or it's something that's difficult to process or difficult to understand. But it is sometimes used to scold someone. So I can't believe you did that is a scold. And some notes on this particular form of expressing emotion is that, as I said, it's not an adjective. We always use this with the basic subject I, we, or she, and we don't need a be verb here because I can't believe is implied. We can use couldn't believe for past form, but note it's very colloquial. So here are some examples of the different ways we can use these. I'm surprised that he wanted to play baseball with us. I'm worried that it'll rain during the game. I can't believe that it's almost the end of summer. I can't believe you said that. That was so mean. And now for some context for these examples. I'm surprised he wanted to play baseball with us is perhaps because he doesn't like sports usually, and so I'm surprised to see that he wanted to play. I'm worried it'll rain during the game because then the game will be canceled, so I'm worried about this future thing that I don't want to happen. I can't believe it's almost the end of summer. So I can't believe is a strong emotion. It's perhaps extra surprising. Maybe summer felt very short. And the second version of this, I can't believe you said that. That was so mean. So this is for scolding someone. So you are surprised at someone's negative actions, and perhaps you want to tell them that you don't approve. And now a slightly different version of this, describing the state of a situation. So here is where we use it instead of I, he, we, she, and other such pronouns. So we form this with it, a be verb, an adjective, and that, and a clause. It's weird that she wanted to stay home. She loves parties. As we mentioned in the previous slide, we use it and adjectives of emotion to describe the elements of a situation or the general characteristics of the that clause. So when you want to talk about things that are outside of yourself and things that you want to comment on, we can use it and an adjective and a that clause. But note that we don't usually drop the that in these cases when we say it. And some common words we use with it can be, it's good, which is something positive. It's weird to say something that is strange about a situation. It's crazy can mean something very surprising or something that you couldn't imagine. And amazing is something extremely positive or impressive. So something that is something that you couldn't do, but you are amazed someone else can do it. And you're quite impressed as well. And we'll look at some examples using it. It's good that you went to visit him. It's crazy that Anthony's having a baby. It's amazing that we still don't know everything about the ocean. And now some more context for these examples. It's good that you went to visit him. So the meaning here is that was a good thing to do. So the situation of you going to visit him was a very good thing. It's crazy that Anthony's having a baby. So this is a surprising situation. And in some cases, it's crazy can mean actually crazy. So it can be a little bit of a scold as well, or something that you don't think is very smart. But colloquially, we can say, it's crazy that Anthony's having a baby because it's very, very surprising, and perhaps you're happy about it. It's amazing that we still don't know everything about the ocean. So this is just a fact that's interesting. So you can say it's amazing because it's quite impressive or interesting. The only note I'd like to make is the difference between amazed and amazing. So this is normally about personal feelings versus a situation. So take a look at these two sentences. I'm amazed that you did your PhD while pregnant. It's amazing that you did your PhD while pregnant. So the first one, I'm amazed that you did your PhD while pregnant, is similar to surprised, but it's slightly negative. So perhaps you didn't think she could do it, but she is doing it. Versus it's amazing that you did your PhD while pregnant is emphasizing the situation and that it is very positive. So try to use it's amazing more often. And let's do some practice on this one. Okay, so some practice sentences here. We have sentences with blanks, and in brackets, we have the meaning behind them. So try to choose things like surprised or worried or weird or crazy or amazing. So let's look at these words. Very surprising, hope something doesn't happen, strange, or did not expect. So let's choose the right words here and take note of it's or I'm and the words that come before the blanks. Okay, let's look at some answers here. It's crazy that we've known each other for 20 years. So this is something that is quite surprising. It's a surprising situation because most people don't know each other for 20 years. I'm worried that I won't be able to finish this paper in time. Now we use worried here because it's something that we didn't want to happen. So we hope we'll finish the paper in time, but I'm worried that I won't be able to finish. It's weird that it's still this hot in September. So this is something that was strange or we found abnormal. We were surprised that you were in town again so soon. So this is something that we didn't expect. So we use surprised. All right, so let's take a look at our sample conversation. And we're going to be talking about a friend's wedding with another friend. So let's choose the correct or the best options to describe emotions around these sentences. So the first sentence is something that's difficult to process. The second is something that you did not expect. The third is very surprising. The fourth is extremely positive. And the fifth is something that you hope doesn't happen. So let's choose the correct words and take note of the words before the blanks as well as after. Okay, so for this conversation, let's take a look at the answers. I can't believe that Drew and Robin are getting married. So here is a situation which is difficult to process. So maybe you have known Drew and Robin a long time And it's hard to think about them getting married because it's such a big step. I know. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. So this is something that you did not expect. So you expected them to get married sooner, but you're surprised that they didn't do it sooner. True. It's crazy that they've been together 8 years. So this is something that is very surprising. It's amazing that we've known them for so long. So amazing here is something extremely positive. It's usually about an extremely positive situation. Yeah, I'm just a bit worried that I might not be in town for the wedding. So you want to be in town, so you hope that it doesn't happen, that you're not in town. So I'm just a bit worried that I won't be in town for the wedding. So let's read this through to see how it sounds. I can't believe that Drew and Robin are getting married. I know. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. True. It's crazy that they've been together 8 years. That's amazing. We've known them for so long. Yeah. I'm just a bit worried that I might not be in town for the wedding. Amazing job here. So we've practiced talking about a friend with some adjectives of emotion, and next time you hear someone say it's amazing, then you'll know what they're talking about. Thanks so much and see you in the next lesson.